Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis that's light. Rape in the city that's light. LED look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look through light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. The ops on IG all the time. I dare them go live. Wagyu steak, I dine. 8 ounce, 255. I can't get fuck you with to groovy you me. If I ain't had love for me, I would have tried to get Nikki.
All right, Coach, first opened back in 2017. There's a look at the gleaming new Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Atlanta Falcons. The excitement level around here at a fever pitch as we're underway in the 2020 NFC Championship game. They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tech McKinley in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Jones, operating from the gun. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. He's at the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams taking it in. And the Packers have taken the early lead. So, wow. I mean, that'll quiet this crowd, right? A big one there on the opening drive of the game.
Yeah, you have to be thinking, we're at home for the playoffs. That had to be a splash of cold water right in their face, don't you think?
Yeah, they got to be thinking, we're going to have to work on this and do so in a hurry. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, let's go.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Wait! On your team. Hey, gun. 12. Go!
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle. Going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that. They might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Now they'll run it on the toss. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
After the interception, here's Ryan. He's going to air one out. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful. And now they have to deal with 2nd and very long.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
To throw on 2nd down. Jones. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Jones throwing on 3rd and long. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Flex round. Flex round. Ohio.
Jones now on 1st and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at about the 32.
54, south. Gun. Wait. 20. 20. 20,
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Second and 10 now. Ryan. And his throw is incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They go play action with Ryan. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. 17 yards on the pickup there and also a first down.
Let's go.
Again, Ryan swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Hey, 4 down. 54, South.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
Gun. Hey. 20, 22, 54, South. Let's go.
This time Ryan will throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They go play action now. Ryan. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Hey, gun.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Hey, let's go. 21. Here we go.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Buying time was left. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
They run with Thomas. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Jones, throwing on 1st down. Steps away to his left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Ted McKinley in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side. Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
Let's go! What? Dundee! What? Dundee! Ohio! 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 Ohio!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were lifting their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, got it.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We'll be back with more in the NFC title bout after this. Ryan now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down.
Hey, wait.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
20. Space. Get up!
On 2nd down, Ryan. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Yeah, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one, and let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
A boost here to start the drive after the penalty. It's 1st and 5. Now Jones. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, Jones. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Jones on 3rd and 2. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Jones now operating from the gun. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Let's go! 190! 190! Ohio! Ohio!
Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. And Crosby puts it through. And they will take the lead at 13-10. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 55 yards. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
They get it to him running left. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons are in for 6. And he'll bang that one through. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Here's Jones on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Throwing on 1st down. Jones going for the deep ball. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On the ground, it's Thomas. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Devontae Casey. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, express! Got it! Wait, 25! Get out! Wait! Let's go!
Now Ryan. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Let's go! Hey, Tuesday!
Play action. Ryan. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Come on, let's go. What does it? What does it? Ohio, Ohio. Hut. Hut.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Come on, let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38. Hut. Hut.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Hey, guys. Let's go.
On 2nd down, Freeman takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Ryan now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10.
Left. 39. Get up. Let's go.
Play action. It's Ryan. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Gun.
Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he's got it to Hearns. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort.
Ryan now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Gun. 12. Let's go.
Off the play fake. Ryan. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
12. Let's go.
Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front. And it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Space. Mike's 42. Hey, Rick Lance. I got it. Hey, Rick Lance. Go.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And this is good for a first down, his second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hey, white. Hey, white. 20. Go.
They go play action here on first down. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Gun.
Now Ryan on second down. And he finds a man on the crossing route. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Space. 21.
On 3rd and 1, Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, south. Right. South. Ready. Look out.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And they still need 6 yards here on 3rd down after the penalty.
Hey, Rick Lance. 280. 22.
the gun. It's Ryan. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And penalty markers down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Jones on 1st and 10. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this.
Ohio!
Jones now throwing on first down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. Now Jones on first down. He's going to let it flop. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now the Packers going to take another timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Ryan wants to throw it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. And even 40 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll try and burn some clock with a sneak. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now the pitch to Freeman. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Well, partner, recent conference championship games that have been needed to decide who goes to the Super Bowl. What do you got?
Well, if we go back to 2015,